So I'm not sure how to really start this video, but because this is a loaded topic, and if you see the title, you understand why. The government just like up until this point, I never really had a moment to where I had a moment. There was moments where I was like, "This is very sci-fi esque." And if you guys know my channel, you know that I'm a big fan of sci-fi. I love science fiction. And one thing, if you on my Instagram, and one of the quotes I like to say, yeah, I don't know if anybody had the same quote as me, but I came up with it myself. Science fiction is only fiction until it becomes a reality, right? And it might sound redundant, it might sound obvious, but here's the thing: so does science fiction shows. These science fiction ideas seem so crazy in fiction. It's like there's no way the government's actually going to do that. You know that there's that quote that's been around for 5-10 years where this guy said that oh, there's no way the government would do that. Yes, yes, they would do that, and they've done it. Right, right here, you can see it. Right, in the news, the Army Reserve, the U.S. military website, the new Army Detachment 201, Executive Innovation Code. Here's the thing, right? All this is saying is that they have swore in four tech leaders. Four, right? We got the guy from Palantir, which pretty much has all of our data. If you're an American citizen, and even not even American citizen, it has data of for people that are across the country, other countries. Palantir has all their data. That's where they keep all the data. Meta, OpenAI, Thinking Machines Lab, OpenAI. These people are now colonels. These people are now high ranking military officials for no other reason outside of trying to like get ahead of a war that might happen, that might not happen. Which you don't have to get into this war. The country doesn't have to get into a war. We could just say Israel sucks and we don't want to support them, and it'll be that simple. But no, now I'm making it more complicated by adding all this shit. So I say that, and you can see the top, right? This is the start of a slippery slope of social media degradation and science business, government melding together. This is bad. This is bad. First show, person of interest. And I'm telling y'all this because as a channel, I talk about TV shows and stuff like this. Person of Interest is one of my favorite science fiction TV shows that I've ever watched. It's amazing. Okay. Let's just read what this says, right? A billionaire software genius named Harold Finch creates a machine for the government that is designed to detect acts of terror before they can happen. Hmm. Interesting. By monitoring the entire world through every cell phone, email, surveillance camera, all of it. Finch discovered that the machines see everything: potential terrorists, acts and violent crimes that involve ordinary people. When the government considered violent crimes between normal people irrelevant, Fitch built a backdoor into the system, and this is where the whole show kind of starts, right? So the point here is that the government is pretty much using AI and technology to predict crimes and acts of terror. And I want people to understand this, right? I want you to understand what's happening, because what this means is that, number one, censorship is going to be even higher now. You can't say what you want to say on the internet anymore, right? Me making this video enough might get me cooked, right? But like, the idea is that there's going to be systems in place that is going to, especially with the ice raids that's happening right now, all the ice raids, all that stuff is happening. That stuff is going to get worse, right? Because now the people are fighting against the ice officers, right? Right? And the police state, right? The police are not on our sides. They're not on our side. As civilians, they're not on our side. They are on the government side. They work for the government. They never work for the people. They work for the government because they get paid by the government. Okay, and obviously the country is built upon your loyalty to who pays you. So I just want people who watch this video to be very, very careful on the internet now, because stuff like this, stuff like this can happen. It might happen. So now you gotta be. So now we're in a surveillance state. Now we're in a situation to where you could just say the wrong thing and you get locked up. Is that really the country you want to live in? Next, we got Continuum. Now, Continuum is more time travel, timey wimey issues, right? However, the idea that this kid right here, this guy made a time machine, and because he made a time machine, and but the real thing about this, you need to watch all of these that I'm about to show you. You need to watch every single one of these, okay? Watch them. Watch them. I'm telling you, you need to watch them to understand what's really happening in the government right now. You need to. This is imperative. This is mandatory watching. I'm sorry, but it is. I don't know. I don't care if you don't like science fiction. I don't care if you don't like action. I don't give a fuck. This is about real life right now. Real life government is doing the shit that these shows, Black Mirror, Sci-Fi, Westworld, Love, Death and Robots, Twilight Zone, Person of Interest, these shows were telling you exactly what's going to happen. What dominoes are going to fall before they fall, so you can be a notice. So you can notice that, okay? Go back to Continuum. This guy, the older version of this kid, is a tech billionaire, a tech like mogul. The guy pretty much runs the city, right? He is the city. His tech is the city. He owns the city. The government is literally, he has his own army, right? He has his own like everything. So all I'm saying is that this we need to be careful, because this could be the possible future, and you don't want this to be the future, because now we got to start, like, you know what I'm saying, now we got to start going behind the scenes, now we got to start going offline, now we got to start fighting against this physically, actively, activism, right? So that gets into gray areas. Next, Black Mirror. Black Mirror overall is just kind of a show that you need to watch to understand the different possible ideas of what could happen, just in general, when it comes to science fiction. Okay, when it comes to like what could possibly happen in the future, right? There's probably a Black Mirror episode for every single thing that has happened in the government right now. right? Um, Doctor Who is another example. Doctor Who has a lot of episodes about the bullshit that humans be doing, future and past. Um, so I need y'all to get on that, okay? Because this is serious, guys. This is real serious. I wish it wasn't, but this is the reality that we're living in. I miss, I personally miss when science fiction was just a fun little thing, and it wasn't at all like indicative of the reality that we're living in. But here we are. Westworld is another example of um, just just the idea that like robots and people let themselves be, just let the world go to shit because they're entertained. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a lot. Watch that. Love, Death, and Robots. Same thing as Black Mirror. There's a lot of episodes that talk about a lot of different ideas, a lot of different science fiction ideas. Right? There is no there's no one episode that isn't that you know what I'm saying. Like you just got to understand that the stories and these things that are happening have been told to you in fictional worlds multiple times. The Twilight Zone as well. There's a lot of stuff that happens in Twilight Zone that I feel like people need to watch. Also, Twilight Zone's just it's just the OG and it's fun and it's weird and wacky and you might learn something from it. Okay, but really the main thing is person of interest. The main thing is person of interest. Okay, watching these propaganda shows, kind of like science fiction propaganda shows, uh, talk about these things pretty in depth. It's like that's why like you like even though yeah they're propaganda, but like at the end of the day, like most of the time the main character is against the government having control of like not the but it's against like big companies and stuff like that having control of the government and stuff like that. So like you gotta be really really like serious about this. Okay. Um, I just wanna say that because I think this is important for people for me to just say this and get this out there. Like somebody might come across this and might be able to do something. I don't know what we could do as civilians really, um, outside of just saying we disagree. And I personally, like, I personally, I don't want to like say that like we should destroy the government physically or anything, but something needs to be done for sure, for sure. Also Marvel shows, Marvel TV shows as well. If you really want to get into it, like the MCU, I guess it has like certain elements as well. Um, but ever since the beginning, the start of ever since the start of the internet, ever since the internet became a thing, the writers have been imagining what could possibly happen with the new technology in relation to the internet, could be good and bad, right? Um, Robots aren't as much of an issue right now, but be careful. Um, so it, I just want you guys to be very, very careful on the internet now, right? Um, because especially the ICE raids and the immigration stuff that's happening, like they could very much use AI, very much could use the internet to force immigrants to out themselves and they will go and find you. So you don't need that happening. So you need to be careful on the internet. Okay? I'm just saying. You gotta be very careful about this. This is very this is, we are entering into an era of surveillance and because the government is treating this like it's like a war is about to happen, right? Which means that they're going to start enacting war things, which means that they're going to start forcing people to do things that people don't want to do. The civilian nature, civilians are going to be forced to do things that they don't want to do because it's wartime. We got to get y'all to do what we want you to do because we got to make sure we get to take care of the country. To take care of the country. They're not trying to take care of the country. They want to control you. Okay, the government wants to control you. That's is that simple. I'm saying this. I might sound crazy. I might sound crazy, but at the end of the day, it doesn't matter because it's happening right in our faces. Okay, like maybe a couple years ago, maybe like 5, 10 years ago, I would sound like a conspiracy theorist. But this shit is happening right in front of our faces, bro. Right in front of our faces. So either you wake up, or you let the government tell you what to do every single day, and you let them control your life. Also, The Matrix. You should go watch The Matrix as well. You should go watch The Matrix. Yeah. The Matrix series in general. You should go watch that because yeah, things can happen. Matrix stuff could happen, right? And it all starts because the government wants control of your life. You know what I'm saying? And it's like all because they want the civilians to obey the leaders, right? There's a bunch of tech giants. There's a bunch of tech moguls who just are just hell bent on being dictators, right? Yarvin. Just look up Yarvin. The dark philosophy stuff that he's talking about. He needs to be stomped out. He needs to be gone. Get that guy out of here. I'm being real with you. Like, cause this is insane. This is insane. It's insane. So either you fight for your freedoms or you let your freedoms get taken away from you. And this is me. It's in this video is me partially doing that, letting people know, just letting you know. As a person who is a big fan of science fiction, this stuff is not like just like this is not just an obsession for me anymore. This is real life at this point. They've now started doing this stuff. So I'm just saying. I'm just saying. It's all connected. So you guys gotta wake up. Please wake up. I don't know how else to like I'm not a writer. I mean I am a writer, but I'm not a person that's like really good at like saying everything perfectly. Like you see on TV, you see those fictional stories where people are like, I like saying everything perfectly. It just says all of it's great. I just have to say something. Something has to be said, right? Otherwise, I'm keeping all this in my head, and I can't do that. I have to let you guys know something, okay? Um, yeah. So I don't know, man. This is a scary time to be in. This is a scary time to be in because World War III is pretty much happening at this point. So what are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about it? I know where I land. I know where I, you know what I'm saying? I know where. what I believe in, and I know that what I have to fight against. But do you, as a viewer, do you know what you want to fight against? And I'm hoping that it's you're fighting for humans' chance. You know what I'm saying? For humanity to have a chance to be free and to live and to love themselves and love others and to have a society that values the individuality and the community at the same time, and to stop and to not let yourself be lazy. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people um, didn't think that the AI stuff was going to get this far. And they thought that the AI stuff was, oh, this is cool. Oh, wow. You know, I was guilty of it a little bit too. I've done a couple on TikTok. I'm not I'm not perfect. I've done a couple AI stuff on TikTok too. But at the end of the day, I realize now, I realized after a couple of them, it didn't feel right. Like I could just, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, that's the price you have to pay for not going through the proper channels to creative get your creative juices flowing, right? We need people to be creative. You guys and me, everybody, you got to be creative. You got to use your brain. Use your brain. Use your brain. Your brain, the thing in your head, use it. Like seriously, use your brain. Let's be real here. Like, are you seriously going to look me in my face and tell me that you are okay with other people controlling your life? If you are, then well, I don't know. You gotta deal with that, not me. I'm not dealing with that. That's for sure. But if you want to deal with that, you want to deal with the fact that you had just want to just sit on your couch and just let AI and robots take care of everything. Another good example of a science fiction story that you should check out is Cyberpunk 2077. The storyline there is pretty interesting. That could be a reality if we continue to let the government do what they want to do. Which I don't want Cyberpunk 2077 to be a reality. Some stuff seems cool, but most of the stuff, nah, that's not doesn't seem very fun. Everything's pleasure based and money based. Is that fun for you? Fictionally is fun, but in real life, yeah, no, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? So we gotta be really. Oh, also, I just remembered. So I want y'all to check this one out too as well. It's called The Expanse. So it's called The Expanse, and I want you guys to be like you need to we I actually might watch this show again because this show is so good. I generally think it's one of the best science fiction TV shows I've ever watched in my life. Shit is peak cinema, bro. I swear to God. So the expanse at the basis of it is just like humans have expanded beyond Earth, obviously, and we're going to different planets. But the concept is that like the the mixture between technology and the government is very intertwined. You know, when there's a new piece of technology, the government runs after it to be the first one to push forward on this new endeavor, even though, even though, even though there's a lot of risks and rewards. There's a lot of risks to being on the blood on the bleeding edge of technology, which is why I don't think there should be a mixture between politics and science and technology. Okay, those need to be two different things. Okay, you you should not be deciding your politics based off the new technology that's happening. That should not be no. Okay, that's how I think personally. So I just want you guys to just you know if you're gonna watch anything, watch the stuff that I just recommended in this video. Okay, get an understanding of what could possibly happen. Have that in your head. So next time you see something happen like this, Detachment 201, like this, next time you see some stuff like this, you know what could possibly what would the like think of it as like the way I think about it, I think of it as like a choice-based video game, right? It's like a choice-based video game. The government makes a decision. Now there's new branches that open up based off of that, and because of that, there's only so many certain branches that go from here, right? There's positive, right? There is a positive here, a possible positive. Maybe they could help out the citizens, and it could be like a great deal, a great idea. I don't know. I don't know what it could be. It could be anything. But the problem is that knowing who's in office right now, let's be honest with ourselves. We know his track record. We know what they've done in the past. Yeah. There's only so many options that they're gonna take after this. I'm just saying. You gotta be like people. I think a lot of people need to be to learn to think of the future more instead of thinking in present times. Think of the future more, right? Just because it looks cool right now does not mean that the future version of this is going to be just as cool. It could be bad. Okay, you never know. I don't want to be a negative Nancy or anything, or you know what I'm saying. I just want you guys to just be aware that this could happen. Okay. So like I don't know what else really to say. It's one of those things where it's just like you just gotta make your own decision, man. You really gotta make your own decision here. Do you really want like are a lot of people in America are have really been mentally brainwashed to like just trust that the government is making a good decision just because they've always been there. They've all and I'm not dead yet, so like obviously they're okay. No, no. That's not how that works. Okay, you gotta criticize the government when they make bad decisions because you understand that the future situations off of this one decision can be catastrophic. For all we know, this could cause the actual World War III. Like Detachment 201 could actually cause World War III, where just a possible future where other countries are seeing that the U.S. government is doing this, and they're gonna start doing the same thing. And now there's a Cold War. Even, technically, the Cold War has never ended. Technically, the Cold War has never ended. I'm saying that again. The Cold War technically has never ended because nobody has used the nuclear bombs yet. Even though multiple countries have nuclear bombs, it's always been just a Cold War, which means that World War III can now they start bringing in. So I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know. If you're not from America and you're watching this, um, I really hope that y'all comment and say something and say your opinions about this because I genuinely I don't know what to do because I it's not like I can leave the country. If I would love to leave the country, but like I can't because you don't have no money. And on top of that, the government right now is probably not going to let me leave anyway. You know what I'm saying? Everything's too it's too complicated right now to try to like leave in normal terms. I will have to like, you know, hide in a freighter or something. Hide on a boat. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna hide on like a freighter, a giant freighter boat or something to leave the country. Like, you know what I'm saying? So like, I don't know. Shit is sad, bro. It's sad. So just try to take care of the people that you have around you. Try to take care of yourself. Um, keep fighting against the government because the government's only gonna do what the people let the government do. Like, you know what I'm saying? We the people have more power than the government. But because the government is really good at selling you the idea that you don't have as much power as you think you do, a lot of people believe that they don't have the power, right? Um, actually, a good if you want to understand continuum, right? There's this guy, forgot his name, but where is he? I can't find him. But there's this guy. He's like a revolutionary guy against the Mr. Sadler here, right? He has this saying where he's talking about um revolution starts here. Change, real change, right? A real revolution starts in your head. Knowledge, understanding how the world truly works, right? I'm not saying that the guy in the show is like a great guy. He's pretty morally gray when it comes to stuff, but what he's saying is true. The idea that revolution starts in a mind. It always starts in the mind. Always. Right? So if you don't so you know what I'm saying? I don't know. I'm just trying to like I really just am just trying to make sure people understand like this is happening. It's here. Whether you like it or not, the future is here. So wake the fuck up, okay? That's why I don't be outside, bro. I don't go outside, bro. I mean, I do to enjoy nature, but like with other people, like people some people get caught up in the social stuff when you need to be caught up on what's going on with your own government, right? So, I'm just saying. I don't know. Yeah. Let's hope that the government doesn't start using AI to make fake videos of people incriminating them and stuff because they can do that and they could do that and it's getting a little too good now. Just saying, I'm saying the AI is a little too good right now. So eventually somebody's gonna get brought to court with AI evidence that is gonna be hard to it's gonna be really hard to tell if that AI video is real or not because the AI is getting trained on too good of information. Thanks to people who work at Palantir, thanks to people who are now, thanks to people who now are in the Army Reserves, thanks to Detachment 201, they can do that if they wanted to. I'm not trying to give them ideas, but like they already had the idea from the jump. Project 2025 was a real thing. So I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, that's all I got, man. Like love yourselves, love others, stay wise, stay awesome, stay woke. I don't know. The country's going to shit. Fuck, dude.